So, we're going to switch and create a new hero. Let's see. Demon Hunter, Witch Doctor, Necromancer. Barbarian. Crusader. Demon Hunter. Monk. Witch Doctor. Or Wizard. Let's go with a female wizard. And we'll name her Lai. Accept. Chapter 1. Start game.
Socials a little too high, but that's okay. Alright, so we got that. Guests are gonna be happy. We're making moolah. We're making so much money. Go. We're making so much money. Look at us.
Much better. Alright. So.
This place reeks of the dead. The fallen star must be near.
Let's talk to Captain
Prophecy
Rumford.
sent me in search of the star that fell on this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
Nicely done.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. We'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Might help if I did this. There we go. Ray of Frost. Very nice. All right. Oops. There we go. Much better.
Maybe if I trank it. Would that help? Would that help?
Let's see if that works. There we go. All right.
I came here to study the fall of Old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
Zakarum has fallen to this by the grace of the ancients. May your soul
Found some interesting things on my latest dig. You should take a look.
So, one, we're broke. Two,
Hotel, oh, but not Hotel 2. Does it remember?
We're broke.
The loss of Hotel 1. What does this mean? Can I upgrade the, not the gate, can I upgrade the fences? Maybe? Upgrade mode? Replace on. Can I replace? Whoa, okay. Well, that's expensive. Oh my god, that's expensive. Too close to dinosaur. Oh, not enough power anyway. Well, I did something. So I feel good about that, but I didn't do a lot of something. Got fossils. Let's extract you. Let's suck you out of there. Just slurp it out. Okay. Are we done yet? Partially the two.
There we go.
Okay. Make another pen.
Can you move this thing? I need to get by.
How dare you speak to me like that? I'm the mayor of this town.
Why are you trying to leave?
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
I am not in the habit of helping cowards.
And now we're gonna go see the inn, talk to a few people.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Lots of cowards.
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
I will make certain that doesn't happen. Your town is safe.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
The next area that we're gonna have. Just kind of smooth it out. Smooth. Nice and smooth. Okay. So now that we got that, let's put in just some. Let's get rid of the trees. Bam! Eco-terrorist here. Coming in there. Yeah. This is gonna be the herbivore area. This is gonna be the baby dinosaur.
Should I give myself wings? I think yes. We should have a pet. Alright.
Make it prettier. I'm gonna make it nicer. I am a dude. I have a nice guy who likes nice things, and this nice guy is gonna make it really nice.
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon.
Hit him hard.
No. We're gonna take advantage of a bit more wind here, because I don't need to do all of that just yet. We can have these bump up against each other a little bit. Which might be a bad idea, considering that these dinosaurs probably don't want to do
Let's
that.
see.
But
We need to find some booty to
oh, the bird! Oh no, the bird! Oh, the birds! Those poor
as
babies.
we wander around.
All right, well, whatever. Sometimes you need some sacrifices.
Doki 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 dok.
Perfecto. All right, let's do this. We're gonna build this there.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me.
Oh,
Afraid of damaging your armor or weapons? That won't happen over there. In fact, no one even dies. Disappointing, really.
And now that we've talked to our brawler buddy, we
I
need
promised
to...
Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead. 16 militiamen went out.
Bark, bark, bark. And our lovely...
What can I do to help you fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Thanks for the warning, but I won't be dying today.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
There's our lore. Let us go. And a belt. Cool. Alright, so now we're not running around in our underwears.
I will never forget the first time I saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Build a waterfall in this, I would. You know I would. A nice pond here. Okay, that's as low as it can go. Well, kind of, there goes my plan, huh? Well, my plan's kind of out the window because you were too much of an asshole to consider my feelings, right? That's good. That looks good, I guess. That's good. Okay, let's add some shrubbery along the banks there, this is good stuff.
Let's see.
Shade up there, splash there. Oh, yeah. Just a touch. It's not really sparse. Let's do it. Alright, now we're gonna make 2 observation centers.
Such a useful little pet. So we have found the far corner. Let's go find the next.
Send another expedition and
interesting.
With that being said, that is all the time I got for this right now. Alright, look, dude, wait. Not dead yet. Okay, cool. So, that's all the time I got for now. Thank you everybody so much for watching. This is fun. Like, it's honestly fun. Like, I like the macro management and the micro management.
Much better. Ooh. Mm.
So thank you everybody so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of it, and hopefully you guys have a good night, and hopefully everything goes well for you. So, to you, and thanks everybody for watching. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye-bye!
Oh where have the bad guys gone? Oh where can they be? For I wish to hunt and find you, my dear. Ooh, goody.
I had heard the rumors, but I thought them just fancies of bored women. Until I saw them dragging people through the streets today. Our own citizens. Has the world gone mad?
That should put an end to the attacks, at least for now. Old Tristram. Diablo himself once walked this place.
And now we have a transport back. Killed all the baddies for now, and we can teleport to Tristram. Let's see, do I want to use the club or not? That's better than what I have.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him. I become more powerful.
Gut. And we shall put on the shoes. Frost Nova. I think we'll go back to Magic Missile though. Now we're gonna go talk to
Come,
Leah.
let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Oh, this'll be fun.
As sad as it is for the girl, for all of us, Leah must accept that the old man is dead. No one's surviving what's out there.
Does anything need repair? Good. Let's see.
And it is as the shepherd watches over his flock, so shall I kill.
Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What about your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Ooh, much better.
Look! A hidden cellar! Follow me!
I think there was more to your mother than you know.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Well, witchery is not always bad.
Captain Dalton!
Let us see. Not useful.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will search the cathedral. You stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here. But whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
We shall find out. I forget what else is up to see if there's anything hidden.
Your defenses are nothing! So this is Tristram Cathedral. The Fallen Star is somewhere inside.
And for anybody who has played it before, the Fallen Star actually turns out to be Tyrael, if I remember correctly. And that is who we are going to find as soon as we find out where that little zombie went. Huh.
This must be where the star fell. Its crater is tinged with some strange magic. Need more time.
Help me! It's inside me! Inside!
You dare attack me?
Woot. That was some fun. Inside the cathedral, you attack everything. Because you never know. Because that happens. A lot. And that would be a health pool. Oh god.
Nicely done.
Please don't stand.
The grotesques may seem slow and senseless, but they hide many dangers within their hideously malformed bodies. A set of spikes lurks beneath the monster's flesh, and foul parasites nest within them. It is said that these horrors themselves are constructed by a greater evil, a darkness that I cannot even fathom.
That works.
Not ready yet. I will enjoy this.
Nope. Treasure goblins! Treasure goblins!
Need more arcane power.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins serve a great demon lord known as Greed. And furthermore, that their portals lead to Greed's domain. A ludicrous notion, truly.
I don't know, I just got some pretty awesome stuff.
My name is Latdanan, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
So, Leoric went nuts. You know that. We'll open the chest. We'll go down here. We're gonna go over here.
I don't have enough arcane power.
was Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
Still waiting. Need more arcane power. How does that feel?
Let's see. Yay! We have armor. Yes, I know I have empty equipment slots. I have nothing to fill them with. Good king in Leoric, more than likely. Oh, Lord mercy.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this ledge hold. The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
So, this would be Leoric. Little power mad.
To your graves!
I don't have enough arcane power.
Potion, 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 potion. We're in a potion race. Let's see. No, no, no.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
You live. Fortune smiles on you, old man. I'm here to bring you back to Leah.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
Okay, so where are we going?
I won't use that. This can't be opened yet.
We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
Doorstop was laying in front of the
I have fulfilled my promise to Leah and rescued her uncle, Deckard Cain. Now, all that stands between me and the fallen star is the Skeleton King, who has returned to darken Tristram once again.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Our time is running short. What can you tell me about the fallen star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
I don't know.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Leoric's tale is sad, but I am here to find the fallen star, and the Skeleton King stands in my way.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leia, you should not dismiss the science so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Sakarum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scrolls spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies, the prophecy of the end days, says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Why would I do that?
From the east shall come a monarch whose rule begins in blood and ends in bone. In In the light of a comet will he die a third and final death at the hands of a chosen woman.
Are you here, Lisa?
Yeah.
Is Lisa here?
I'm right here. I'm streaming.
May the gods who abandoned us come to your aid.
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
What is he looking for?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
What did you discover about your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
I am the last of the Horadrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Horadric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You can't truly believe that.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the Lords of Hell.
I notice a great fondness between you and Leah.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the Lords of the Burning Hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers. The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Horadric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
You said Diablo drove Leoric mad.
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
What happened after he became the Skeleton King?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
Okay, so we have all of our lore. Now, since the chicken has run away...
I have some new items. Don't touch anything unless you're buying it. I like to keep my inventory clean.
Any pants I want to wear? And we'll take those.
May Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning.
Wardrobe. Penance. Collection expansions. A bone's pit. Very pretty. Very pretty. Very pretty. Transmog.
No way.
No thanks.
I can't do that.
Jelsa, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
I know what my future holds. I have seen it written.
Can you not focus on anything but power and prophecy? Live a little in the here and now. It's all we have.
All right. Okay, so that is done. That is done.
The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
Are you trying to confuse me?
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
Did you hear? Old Rumford has us down to half rations.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
I know it will be difficult, but she would want you to do it. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me.
Don't tell anyone, but I've got some new ones.
My friends, I'm sorry.
You are helping them. You don't need to be sorry. I need arcane power.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrick, help me.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrick Aemon.
Well, Hedrick, Deckard Cain told me you know where Leoric's crown is.
I can help you there. It's buried with his Chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Okay, let's go see what this merchant has to offer.
Sure, I may do business with some unsavory types, but I pass the savings on to you.
Something need to be repaired? Nope. Okay. Filming. That's why I couldn't hear him. What?
I'll leave you to it.
Okay.
He was gonna ask if you wanted to come to the game or
Need more
I have
arcane
been,
power.
honey. I stopped talking when you walked in. You goober. Lesser wand. It does more, but why not? Okay, let's see. Dokie 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 dokie. And we'll wait along here a few times. And keep an eye out for living trees because they do exist.
I don't have enough arcane power. I will need more time. I am unstoppable. I need arcane power.
Jank some faces. Let's keep janking them faces. Alright. Okay. Well, we got a nice massacre going on. And the nutty little dog.
Need more arcane power.
Scavengers are Ugly, pathetic creatures who survive off of carrion and corpses, too diseased to attract any other carnivores. I did once meet a raggedy fellow who claimed that he had trained one of the beasts to bring him large rats to eat. But I'm sure the story is utter nonsense.
Hadrig's apprentice is dead. I should tell him.
Funny thing about this game is the other one was even harder to play. Although it's interesting, you can pass. So here we go. Nope. Access denied.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Access denied.
Your grave awaits!
Lord mercy. Good grief. That was a hot mess. How do you not notice that many people that are dead? What the F, man? That is not okay.
My knowledge increases.
Not cool, man. Not cool. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away.
If only they could see me now.
Go away, 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 go away. As I get my face janked, because something wants to always eat your face in Diablo 3. I don't have anything for my offhand. Why do you keep saying I have something for my offhand when I don't? I do not. I do not. Yeah. Gloves. Nope. Not worth it. Let's see, I hear rallies. Getting a little chilly, don't you think? Getting a little bit on the chilly side, a little bit on the chilly side. Okay, let's see. Have we cleaned everything? No, we have not. Now the funny thing is those trees could actually come to life. It's a little freaky. As we freeze our enemies to turn them into shish kebab, we can usually get some money out of them. Because the money, it's a gas. And see, I'm a map clearer. It's one of the reasons I do the seasons only in summer when I'm not teaching. Because I have to clear every inch of the map. Let's jank some stuff. Janky, 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 janky. And look, we found where we are supposed to go. Still not going in there yet.
I need arcane power.
Let's smash some Ravengers. Juicy. Ooh. Is this arcane magic? Very nice. So, now that we have made me much smarter, let's head for the center, where we can find lots of heads to take. Reusable body parts. Okay. Let's go into this basement. basement and see what we can get, shall we? Ooh. Thank you. Pardon me, ugly. And we shall go from there, because what's nice about these is they generally will grant extra experience, and they can have some really cool stuff that you can use later. Or at the very least sell, which is very useful in and of itself. So these dens are kind of like mini dungeons within the game. They usually have something hidden, or like a mini boss, or something fun you can do. You can gain a bit of extra money, things like that. And in some cases there can be shortcuts, and you can work on things like that, and it's just very useful. Let's see, anything suitable? Nope. Okay. Now we're gonna go down this way. And... oh, there's a Ravager. That's a dead Ravager. We don't need this, we don't need that. Who's afraid of the big black bat?
Your defenses are nothing.
And we'll go up here. And we'll look over here, and we'll go this way. So these things are pretty big, and you can't really pre-map them to determine which is the best way to go, because that's like something Diablo doesn't allow you to do. But you can, at the very least, get a better view of what you're looking at as you go. Sometimes they're big circles, and sometimes they're not.
I was able to trace some carrion bats back to one of their nests. What I found shocked me. The nest itself is a living organism, a mature bat that has been mutated by the darkest of magics. I no longer doubt that demonic forces have corrupted these creatures.
That creature must die.
So plague just means they're deadlier, they can make you sick, kind of thing. They can do long-standing damage.
How does that feel?
So, you know, we do a big loop, and then we're going to go back down, but I want to make sure I close the loop because that may be the only exit. And then we can go down here. Now the nice thing is it's just see-through enough that you can kind of keep an eye on where you're going when you're clicking around. Let's see. This one's actually kind of deep. I don't remember them being this deep before. Huh. Interesting. And that's our exit. Well, actually, it's level 2, which means there is a bit more to go. Neat. Let's see. Did I get anything good? Ooh. I like that a fair bit better. Weird now.
Not ready yet.
Huh, he exploded. Interesting. That's new. So that's a shortcut back. And now we're gonna head down this way. Ooh, offshoot. Aw, nothing good. Boo. Hiss. Okay, looks like we got everything, which included a couple of really nice items. Yes. Okay. Now we're gonna go up here. Alright. Now the cool part is you can go back and redo the dungeons. But sometimes what happens when you're gone long enough is things respawn. And that gets to be a pain in the butt. Quite a bit. So. However, we now have a portal, so it's a waypoint, and now we get some goodies.
When King Leoric came to court, he brought many nobles with him, and nobles, oddly enough, want noble crypts. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make easy profit by digging a few holes. Ha! There's no stopping their demands around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and breathe dirt, it seems.
How does that feel?
Demons have been known to devour their own young when no other nourishment is available. Their offspring, the imps, sometimes manage to flee and band together with other demon spawn. They rove in vicious packs, ready to descend upon the unwary traveler and rip his body to shreds with their tiny needle-sharp teeth.
Okay. If there are imps in here, we're going to need the Orb of Obliteration. Simply because imps are a pain to kill any other way. They are a walking migraine. die, would you? Good grief. Let's see. Let's do this, shall we? Let's go in the middle. Let's see what we got. Okay, we have a quest, huh?
Grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Now my husband writhes in torment because I do not rest at his side. Return my bones so that we may rest in peace.
You're assuming I can find you. Oh, Lord mercy. Okay. Let's go over here. Find your urn.
I didn't think I could get any better.
Cool. All right. Nothing good there. That's done. Okay, next wave.
I don't have enough arcane power. Still waiting.
Okay. Let's go this way, drop off the bones, and hope we don't get our faces caved in.
They can rest again.
What do we got? So, do we lose one armor to get all the other bonuses? Yes, we shall. Okay, so I am a teacher. I teach 4th grade, and my students all know I'm a gamer. Well, my students from last semester at least know I'm a gamer. It makes it very interesting when you're a teacher and your students can actually bond with you over things that you have in common. And for a lot of teachers, it's very hard to find things you connect with your students about on more of a surface level. So when I tell my students I'm a gamer, I let them ask me what games I play, what games I like to play. They can ask me about games that they play if I know anything about them. this really comes in handy because you get the kids talking. They don't get nearly as moody with you. They're far more willing to engage.
I need arcane
when you
power.
can
I am
actually
so good. I
talk to
astound
them
myself.
about things they like. And so that's something that I like
This isn't
to
the right crypt. The crown must
do.
be in one of the other ones.
I enjoy getting to talk to them about the games they play. I had one student who was very much in love with Fortnite. While I didn't approve of that
The tragedies in these lands have left many restless spirits in their wake, and they demand retribution. These spirits will take out their vengeance on any unsuspecting individual who may pass, for they believe that the blood of the living will yet restore the lives that were ripped away from them.
So, while I didn't approve of them playing the game, that's up to the parent and not up to me as a teacher, I would engage with the student about discussing it, and that made them happy. It made them more willing to do what I asked them to do when it came to class. They were able to better engage because they knew that I was interested in what they had to say. And that's one of the bigger things that teachers really have to do is learn how to engage with their students, and it's not easy. I mean, you have students who don't trust you because you're inherently an adult. You have students who don't trust you because they have some kind of trauma around adults. And it's all about finding a way to sort of bond with your student while still maintaining that separation between you and them as teacher. And a lot of people are very much fake it till you make it, and it doesn't work. Kids are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. They can actually tell when someone's being disingenuous to them and patronizing them, and they don't like it any more than adults do. And it's not that children are tiny adults, it's that children are human. They want the same respect and treatment that we want as adults. The only major difference is they don't understand the emotional aspect of it. They don't understand what or why adults don't take them seriously. And yet, we simultaneously expect them to take us as adults seriously. And that tends to be the big thing that forms the wall between adults and children as teachers, is that we tend to dismiss anything they say and do as, oh, well, they're children. And that's not entirely correct, nor is it entirely fair. I mean, it's like being dismissed because, oh, it's a woman speaking, or, oh, it's a guy speaking. It doesn't feel good, and as a child, they don't understand that, and why it doesn't feel right. And that's the part that tends to
Need more arcane power.
upset children,
Not ready yet.
is they don't understand why they are being so dismissed, and why they can't,
if my old masters could see me now,
be treated as seriously as the adults around them. And that's something that a lot of people really need to take a step back and kind of comprehend, is that you're talking about basically tiny humans who just want the same thing every single one of us want. And it bothers them when they're not taken seriously and given the same acceptance that they're expected to give their adult counterparts. And that's kind of the crux of what it is to be a teacher. Where do you find that whole? Where do you find that bonding area? How do you accept them for being tiny humans while simultaneously reminding them that until they are an adult, or about as adult as you can get, that they kind of have to be under protection of an adult? particularly with kids with trauma. That's like a huge thing. And I work with students who live in very impoverished neighborhoods. They don't have a whole lot. They assume anybody who has more than them has got to be rich, and it causes a huge power dynamic when you're talking to students about things like that, because they don't understand that it's not a matter of being rich, it's a matter of
astound myself.
spending smart and kind of looking at the world different. And because they're children, they don't understand that portion of the reality of what it is to be an adult. And what it takes to get what they want. Because children, it's impulse control. And I remember I had one student who was really upset that another student had a toy that he wanted to purchase from the student store. And he got very upset about it and didn't understand that that student had saved up his in-school currency to kind of get what he wanted and, you know, get it pretty fast. And it bothered my student. It made him very unhappy that he was essentially being told that the whole reason he didn't get the toy was because he didn't have the money. And it wasn't just that he didn't have the money, it was that he chose every week he'd spend whatever in school currency he had earned on candy and sweets and other things. And it doesn't work that way. And this other student saved up, because it was, in terms of in-school currency, about $10 of in-school currency. And for
This is
him,
the wrong crypt. The crown isn't here.
that was a big deal. So he made sure he got the toy he wanted first. And then once he had it, he was very happy to spend his in-school currency on anything else that he wanted. But he wanted that toy before he did anything else. And for a lot of students, that is very hard.
I have bad news, friend. Your apprentice has died.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
Your grandfather was King Leoric's chancellor. Tell me about him.
Not much to tell. I lived with my father in Caldeum at the time. We heard that my grandfather stayed in Tristram until the end, trying to save lives. Don't know if he succeeded, but there it is. When the Skeleton King fell, my grandfather was dying from a sword wound. He had the crown sealed with him to keep it safe.
I studied the fall of Tristram, but it is easy to forget that it happened to real people. Your grandfather was a brave man.
What's the matter, baby girl? Look at that little wiggle butt. Look at that little wiggle butt. Oh, did you get blocked off from coming to see me? There you goes. What are you doing, bugger? Huh? Okay. Now we're gonna go over here to the merchant.
I've dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
Sell, 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 sell. Sell, sell. Does anything need repair? Though if I remember right, nothing needs repair. Unless you die. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you chewing on your rawhide? Yeah? Good girl. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. Cemetery of the Forsaken. I haven't gone over here yet. Okay, that one's locked. That's why. This is such a weird quest. I need to switch back. The lightning. Pulse the arcane missile. Charge blast. Close. Okay. That should make this work a little easier. So now for games, I started off gaming when I was little. First thing I ever played, I was about 10 or 4, and it was an Atari, and I didn't know that it wasn't the newest thing out, this was the 90s. I just thought it was really freaking cool that these big kids were letting me play their cool game system. And it was Pong, which is easy to spell, Pong, and it was a lot of fun. I started getting into other games as I grew up and realized that there were other systems. I got my first Game Boy when I was in my early teens, and that's kind of grown up from ever since. I didn't start really computer gaming until I got a little older, mostly because we didn't really have a computer. This was, again, mid to late 90s, and essentially, you know, not everybody owned a computer. It wasn't common for anyone to own a computer until the 2000s. And even now, it's still fairly uncommon for anybody to really own a computer. I mean, everybody's computers usually use their smartphone. So, my first real video game on a computer was at school. And it was a game called School Bus. And basically you solved puzzles and riddles, and you essentially picked up kids for school and brought them back and dropped them off, and you got to do all this fun little stuff with it. And then I started playing games like Civilization, SimCity, things like that, and had a lot of fun with it. Then I started getting into stuff like Warcraft and Diablo, and then I discovered MMOs, and MMOs became like my jam. And so I started to love MMOs. And once I got my own computer, I started to play like World of Warcraft and things like that that were a lot more fun, and I got to interact with people. And then I gave up gaming for a while while I was going to school. Mostly did Dungeons and Dragons and just kind of had fun with it all. Now that I'm done with everything but my credentialing, I play mostly on the weekends and in the summer because, you know, people just don't want social life. We're either grading or lesson planning or trying to get everything done and just kind of having fun with it. So, you know, I try to spend a lot of my summers gaming and knitting and crocheting, which is what I tend to do. I also do for fun. Every time you see a loading screen, I'm actually working on something. I'm sitting here making a shirt to wear for work. And it's not because I don't want to buy shirts, it's that I prefer to have things that are handmade and kind of make them unique and special, and you'll never see anyone else wearing it. Because no two crocheters are exactly alike. And so you know, everybody does a little different, and it kind of makes things a little bit more fun. I also sew, but no, I'm not going to sit here and have a sewing machine open for loading screens. It's too much work. But it is, you know, it is what it is. It's a lot of fun. And you have a lot of fun doing other things. I gotta go that way. And it's just all about having fun, you know? And having fun doing various things. It takes a lot of time and effort to do everything that needs to be done, but, you know, it is what it is. If I weren't a patient person, I wouldn't do any crafting, I wouldn't be a teacher, and it takes a lot of patience to be a teacher. And even then, you know, teachers are human. We're human. We make mistakes. We say the wrong thing. We lose our cool. Teachers will give ourselves time out when we're in class, particularly towards the end of the year or towards a holiday break. We're always having to take a break.
The crown must be here.
A lot of times teachers will decide that it's time for silent reading because, you know, the kids are a little wily, everybody's a little frazzled, it's been a day, and it's time for everybody to just kind of cool down and reset. And one of the better ways of doing that is to kind of keep yourself
still
really working.
The unburied are formed from human corpses that were flung into mass graves without a proper burial. This hideous amalgamation of bodies decomposes together into one being, bound by some foul magic. For all my knowledge, I could only flee from it, and I would expect any other sensible person to do the same.
Uh-oh, looks like we have found some very angry people. I think we made it mad. Might be time to run! Okay, so we found our exit, so we don't have to go through the whole thing again. Okay, let us go this way. Welcome, welcome, welcome to any and all viewers. I am Xiao. I teach 4th grade. I'm a knitter. I'm a crocheter. I spend a lot of my time in summer gaming when my students are out for the summer, because it's a good way to kind of relax and have fun and kind of reset your brain and enjoy everything around you. Right now I'm doing the new season of Diablo, but I also play other games. I tend to do Dead by Daylight. I like Heroes of the Storm. I enjoy...
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
Crap. Yay! We did it. So, I enjoy things like Hearthstone. I used to do Elder Scrolls Online. I might pick that up again.
I am returning to town.
Just to kind of have some fun. And, you know, I kind of putz around and talk and kind of share my experience as a teacher. It's very interesting to be a teacher when you're a gamer, because your students tend to really like it.
I didn't think you'd make it back alive. It needs repair. Should be no problem.
Alright, so let's see what we have to get him.
There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need
So
something
Leoric is a bit of a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then help me. I will use your handiwork for great things.
Yes! Huh. Shall we? Shall. Oh, very nice. Take the shiv. And we're going to salvage. Cool. Oops. Rare boots. Hi, Trimwire. Very nice to meet you. I see you like Overwatch. Did you compete this year? I don't blame you for the comps. I did the same thing for Heroes of the Storm, so kind of made it useful. Oh, apparently it cannot be. Boo! Boo! Alright, so we're gonna go over here. Whoops! Thank goodness we can't accidentally kill villagers, huh?
After King Leoric went mad, no one lived in these parts for long.
And
Then
we'll sell
adventurers
that.
were lured here by tales of riches to be found inside the old cathedral. New Tristram started when some traveling merchants decided to set down here to sell them.
I have the crown. How do I reach the Skeleton King?
At last. With it, you can
Oh,
unlock
my
the
goodness.
sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the
Let's get
Skeleton
this
King,
crown on his
place
head.
the
No, the funny
crown
thing is
atop his
Leoric
head and
in
destroy him.
Heroes of the Storm is
The
pain
Skeleton
to
King
play
dies
against. He's
today.
even bigger pain
I
to
must
play.
find the fallen star.
I've tried playing him for quests, and it drives me up a wall. He is a severe pain in the patookie. Okay. Use the waypoint, go to the Cathedral Garden. So we're gonna go over here. Now the funny thing is if you use the waypoint, it actually closes off the temporary one. He is slow, but he is a pain to play. I mean, a pain to play. Drives me nuts. I die more with him than if I were playing Lily or Jaina. If I play Lily or Jaina, at least I'm dying because, you know, I'm a glass cannon, not because I'm slow as dirt and when I get rooted I can't walk at all. Oh, fun. Now we gotta figure out a way to find Leoric. That's right. No map yet. Big boom. Hey, ugly.
A foe worth killing.
Oh, wonderful. Great wall builders.
Need more time.
Ow. Heal, 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 heal. Walk away. Let's see what we got. Really? But I am magic. Whatever.
Not ready yet.
And of course, they got the new Diablo stuff out for Heroes of the Storm, which makes it even weirder. You just can't tell if Diablo's been nerfed or empowered. But he is still a pain to go up against, particularly when he gets his storm abilities. I usually play him when I have the option to play a warrior, just because it's easier. Diamond armor. Okay, what do we got? Lectern. Ooh, let's hear what they have to say.
When we returned from our horrific defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow, I ran him through.
My main is, Tyrande. I prefer to play Tyrande, but I've already gotten her to level 10, so I'm not using her as much. I'm trying to focus on getting everybody else leveled up. You know, easiest way to get chests. But, if I have to play a warrior, I usually like to play Diablo or ECT. I find them to be the most fun. I find they work better, they're smoother. Come here, treasure goblin. Come here. I killed ya. Give me all my goodies. Give me all my goodies. So much goodies. So much goodies. Let's see, what do we got? Bunts? No. Yeah, I use the flip, but my favorite one for him is spawning all the demon generals to follow the minions and just watching them, you know, eat face and wreak havoc. I find it works a heck of a lot better than, you know, trying to hope that somebody doesn't get in my way. ETC, though. He's just too much fun. He's a walking troll. Especially when it's, Anger's gift. I always want to hear accept my gift after he does his anger as a gift spiel. Just because I think it would be really, really funny. Oh, the bats. I hate the cancer bats. They're such a pain. Oh, go away, go away, go away. I don't feel like being zapped. Come on, go away. Alright, let's see what we got. No thanks. However, the ring I'll take. And down the stairs we go. Let's blow these guys up. Oh, a challenge. Let's do the challenge.
Ghouls are stronger than most risen dead, but they gain their fortitude through horrific means, feasting upon human corpses. These creatures are least dangerous while eating, but do not disturb them, or it shall be your limbs between their teeth.
Still waiting.
kills! 60 kills!
Your defenses are nothing. Not ready yet.
Big bada boom!
Nicely done.
Woot! Ring a ding 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 da ding, ring a ding 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 da ding. Hey, ugly. You gonna come out too? Come on, I want to play. Nobody wants to play with me. Was it because I killed 60 or more of your buddies? Are you afraid of me now? You should be. I'm mean. Just ask my students. Ah. I'm just strict. My students don't like it. They don't think it's fun that their teacher is a bigger gamer than they are. Alright. Oh, poop. How do we get over there? Oh, there we are. I hear the screams of something tormented. Ah, two-handed club. Nope. Not worth it. Take a nap. Go poop yourself. Oh, how did you get behind me? Ugly buggers. And down we go. Nope, you don't get to go that far. Around and away we go. Oh my goodness. Yep, let's go over here first.
I will not accept this. It's not my time to die.
Oh, sorry, bud. You're dead. Oh, hi, ugly.
Still waiting.
And then there's rumors that Fable 3 is coming out. Looks like a new design house may have bought the rights. And if it does, I'll probably be playing that, sporting the name Chicken Chaser. Are you a chicken chaser? Did they do that because you'll chase chickens? Nine items crushed. Speed boost. Woohoo! And of course, you know, my pet's picking up all my gold, so I don't have to worry about that. That's I worry about kicking the booty. Making sure the demons don't get out. Yes, in the case of being a chicken chaser, it does count. I used to play, when I was playing Zelda, I'd like to throw them in the ocean just to tick them off. You know, eventually they'd get mad and they'd gink your face, but it was always worth it. I don't want to go down. I want to clear the map first. Let's do this.
Need more time. If only they could see me now.
Massacre. Which, by the way, is why no one wants to play with me. Oh, let's see what the next scroll says.
I will forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his burial chamber, he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon. Gorash and my other knights were overcome at once, but I fought on.
So Leoric went nuts. And now we gotta put the crown back on Leoric and hope he doesn't go nuts and eat our faces. This is gonna be fun.
I am unstoppable.
Maintain your incantations. He will soon turn.
Great. We've got Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, cultists to deal with as well. Wunderbar. Doink.
Your magic is weakening.
Not ready yet.
Now, back to my mission.
Okay. Nope. Goodies. Now let's talk to the warrior.
You will know soon enough. Help me find my gear. I will reward you well. Tell me, what brought you to this infernal place?
I have unfinished business with the Skeleton King.
We're nuts.
Do I.
That's what brought us here. We're nuts. Great, I hear something cackling. Lovely. could live without the not so cuckoo laughter.
Nicely done.
The cultists dragged me past this glowing pit. What made it?
That's what I'm here to find out.
It's Tyrael! Everybody knows it's Tyrael.
Down this way. There are my weapons.
He's free! Do not let...
I am Cormac, warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason you should hunt alone.
I suppose not. A strong spirit at my side could prove helpful.
Yes, because we're a mage and we're squishy. Actually, I'm a warlock, I think. Wizard. Lovely! Flame spitting crap.
I must wait longer.
Thank you, I don't feel like going boom.
Health returns.
Stop blowing me up, would you? Or in the words of Captain Jack Sparrow, stop blowing holes in my ship! Well, gee, thank you. Oop, there's a healing pot. That is what we needed. Let's see. And we're gonna blow this crap up. We're gonna blow these up. One speed bonus. Not to mention. Oh, let's face it. Just looks cool blowing crap up.
Black magic bars our way, but the will of a Templar is stronger.
Thank you. But first, we're gonna go over here and blowish up because I want to find money. Money, money, money. Money!
You were a Templar, John Dar. How could you succumb to this coven?
The Coven is my brotherhood now, Cormac. The powers we serve will soon rule this. Please forgive me. My vision was clouded by the Coven's evil magic.
Betrayal can never be forgiven.
Good grief, don't you just sound evil.
Thank you for your aid. I will go with you on your hunt for the Skeleton King. But there is one condition.
Can never
if we find the sacred tomes of my order, they are mine.
That is agreeable, though I wouldn't mind taking a look at them.
Then onwards we go. Let us seek honor together, my friend.
Sweet speed boost. Whee! And down we go. Now the last season I played a monk, and that was very broken. I think that was season 3. It's been a while. But I was doing my master's degree, and that takes a lot of work. I basically lived under a rock. No, it might have been sooner than that, because I think I was playing a demon hunter. Yeah, because I thought Reaper of Souls.
Still waiting.
Yes, excuses. But you try writing 15-page papers. Tell me you can game while writing 15-page papers.
And now I wander, cursed by my once beloved king. Evil gnaws at my bones, and I cannot risk putting my beloved Tristram in danger, should I fail to contain that which tears at me. I must venture down into the labyrinth, to die alone.
Need more time.
So it seems that even though Leoric was put to sleep,
what mischief is this?
Didn't quite go to sleep. Let's go this way first. Up. Figures. No, my capstone thesis for my master's was a 15-page paper on the dangers of ransomware. That was fun. Drove me nuts. It took about 36 hours though. It didn't take me a whole lot of time. And I always make sure not to overwhelm the poor professors. Because before I became a teacher, I was a sub. And I hated not having everything written out the way I wanted. So now as a teacher, when I write things for the subs, I make everything as clear as possible. Which drives my students nuts because they can't take advantage of, you know, their teacher being gone and them getting to do things that they shouldn't be doing.
I tried to count how many we've killed, but I've lost track.
But, you know, it is what it is. I only enjoyed writing papers when they were on subjects I wanted to write about. And that tended to drive my professors nuts. Because I would pick the weirdest subjects for my papers. But if they didn't give us an exact subject,
it has to
well,
be it. Yes. Stay.
So you wish to know what I've learned?
How I've suffered. So be it.
Not ready yet.
Ay. What'd we get? Pretty cool. That is such an odd topic. Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, brother. Why would you do that to yourself?
I wish I could do that.
A worthy opponent.
A paper on poop. Why? Why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Not ready yet. time. Still waiting.
Oh, Lord mercy. That is terrible. You know, I'm pretty sure your professor went back and rewrote the rules on that because of you. Harvester! Let's do this. Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Kaboom! Kaboom! Kaboom!
Didn't see that coming, I must wait longer.
Well chosen.
I don't want to have to port back, but I gotta port back.
I need to go back. I am sorry about your wife, Hadric. I wish it had not come to that.
So are you a
You've got
nurse
nothing
then,
to apologize
Trimware?
for. She was dying and you put her down.
Hadric, it is only proper to grieve for Mira. I can't imagine your pain. I've never been close to anyone.
I don't want to talk about my wife. Dead is dead and gone is gone. Do you want work done or not?
Wow. Well, what a way to go from writing about poo to being a graphic artist. That works, I suppose. Let's see, we're gonna salvage you. Let's see, gloves. Ooh, he's not level 18 yet, though. New, and new. Nah, I kind of like those boots. No. See what we get. Oh, much better. Alright. So now...
My dearest Hadric, do not feel despair, my love. You did everything you could. Our time together meant more than words can say. But in the end, fate is a cruel mistress. Your strength is needed to end the horrors that beset this world. My final wish is that you find your path. Love always. Mira.
Yeah, that's a sad story with Mira. It's kind of, you know, is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, so that's all we can talk to him about. And then we're gonna go back through the cathedral. Ooh. Unexplored pathway. Ah. Gutsy we are. And of course there's nothing in there. Ooh, I wonder what's behind that door.
Still waiting. You dare attack me?
Freeze me. Time to die. Hey, I said you needed to die.
Need more time. If only they could see me now.
I do not understand how evil walks in the day.
Perhaps the sun is neutral.
But the light is both a literal and figurative foe of evil.
Still waiting.
I don't know if things corrupted enough. Both the lights no longer doing the work. Boink! Money! It's a gas. Alright. Take a nap. Besides, this particular light is Tyrael, and Tyrael is considered a fallen angel right now because he came to Earth to stop the overwhelming hordes of hell. I wish my grave awaited, but unfortunately, you and I are quite hard to kill.
Need more time.
Nobody wants to play with me. They all want to gank my face. But why? I'm just your friendly neighborhood wizard. You know, kind of like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Nicely done. I am
ring a ding 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 ding. I have leveled up again. Let's see. Evocation. You know what? We're gonna do power hungry for now. Glacial spike. What do we got? Diamond skin. Energy twister. Yes. Of doom. We are all of doom. Okay. But I'm perfectly harmless. I'm just a, you know, neighborhood wizard. I do nothing dangerous.
Your defenses are nothing.
Yeah, that's a little bulky, but you know. All in good fun. Besides, they're already dead. I don't think they're going to mind being deader more. I don't think that's a real word.
Still waiting.
There, a worthy foe.
Take one nap. And give it up. So that I live.
Not ready yet.
Let's see. And what do we got? No. sleep.
See me now. Need more time.
Don't know if I want them to see us now. I mean, we're kind of blowing crap up here.
Not ready yet.
Lovely! Goblins! Dead nasty little buggers. Good lord. Let's go up here. See what we need. There we go. Let's see here. Well, I'm just your friendly neighborhood wizard, don't you worry?
Need more time.
Okay, so where are we supposed to go? That's up. That's down. Alright. Let's go this way then.
Are you
I am
ever
guided by
afraid in
prophecy.
battle?
There's no reason to be afraid.
We are both blessed then. My faith armors me against fear.
It's interesting to think that they both think they're armored by fear or from fear because of prophecy or magic or what have you. Cool. Cool, cool.
Not ready yet. Still waiting.
So now the funny thing is this is going to be my second year of officially teaching. And it's going to be an interesting one because they just changed our curricula.
Not ready yet.
Something completely new for social studies and everything else. And it's not going to make much in the way of sense.
We have just arrived in Tristram, and I must say, I'm a bit dismayed. This place is a backwater filled with serfs and an ancient broken-down monastery, hardly fit for the King of Condorus. I cannot fathom why Lazarus was so intent on this becoming our new seat of power.
Keep your distance. This burden is mine to bear. May death bring peace from your madness, Leoric.
Traitors! Even in death, the armies of Condorus will still obey their king, even if you will not.
Well, so the curricula for social studies in California is a little weird. And we have a special group who gets to pick the curricula if they find the current curricula to be lacking. And so our school curricula has changed to now the kids get a newspaper every week for social studies. And it's supposed to match whatever we're doing for ELA, which is language arts social studies. But it's not set up to match our curricula because it's basically a general curricula, which means I, as a teacher doing units of study, have to pick the newspapers we're going to be doing every week, which is going to make things very interesting because it's not as straightforward as, say,
to bring the warmth of life into my tomb.
Just opening a textbook, because textbooks don't work all that well.
Need more time.
It is actually detrimental to use textbooks because it creates a mentality of just answer the questions and move on. It doesn't actually create an understanding. So now they want us to create an understanding of social studies rather than basically memorizing facts. So rather than knowing when the gold rush happens,
not ready yet.
Understanding why the gold rush is and how the gold rush affected both California and the rest of the world. No, it's not about being an app on the phone. It's actually... So when I was growing up, they thought textbooks were important because it contained everything you needed to know, and then the teacher didn't have to really instruct. But the reality is rote memorization doesn't create understanding. It has nothing to do with technology. Rote memorization doesn't do anything for the human brain. It doesn't create understanding. It doesn't create conceptualization or identification or understanding in the way that we would want to have our children be as functional adults. So, yes, students need to know that gold rush of California began in 1848 when the gold was originally discovered, but in 1849 was when approximately 80,000 people showed up to the state to find their fortune. They also need to understand the inherent racism that happened and the inherent xenophobia that kind of came from it. And that's where a lot of the issues are coming, is that for the longest time, students were just expected to memorize, hey, this happened. They didn't need to understand that there was racism, and there were laws that made it impossible if you looked even remotely into property or anything else. Nah, discipline that actually can be counterproductive depending on the student. For instance, students who experience violence in the neighborhoods, physical discipline of any kind, or even just calling them out in public really doesn't actually help them learn much. It creates a mentality of, I'm always the bad student, I'm always going to be the bad student, so why bother being a good student? And I can actually, attest to this. I have several students, or had several students, who basically, they were told they were dumb, they weren't going to amount to anything, their test scores were terrible, and essentially, it made them not want to try. When we started new math that was scary or out of what their comfort zone, they said, well, I'm not going to get it, so why bother? And it's kind of heartbreaking to see 10-year-olds not willing to try drawing a map because they've been told they're bad artists, or that they're bad students, or there's no point in trying. And so what we're trying to create is a growth mentality, and so that's actually what's going to reduce negative behavior. Children tend to act out because they don't understand and they don't really know how to cope with certain emotions. And so we're not just focusing on creating great students, we're focusing on creating great
Our criminals treated in your land.
people.
They appear before a magistrate, and then are thrown in prison. Still waiting.
You're nearly executed.
So it's all about making them a well-rounded individual.
A fetid, pallid malaise has fallen over the manor we now call home. Young Albrecht seems to be enjoying himself in our new home, however. Perhaps I am simply suffering from an imbalance of humors brought on by the recent change of climate.
So, like, oh, video.
You will never defeat me!
I don't know.
You were defeated the moment you surrendered to madness.
So, a growth mentality is all about helping kids understand that in order for them to learn, it's not about memorization or being inherently good. That's a fixed mindset. You're born with all the ability to learn you're ever going to have. You're never going to get any smarter. If it starts getting hard, it's never going to get easier. And so it's about undoing learned bad habits. And so our curriculum is changing in order to help undo those bad learning habits. Creating a love of learning and a love of progression, which is something very vital. And you can see a growth mindset in kids when they play video games. And we're trying to translate that growth mindset into the current way of learning and functioning on how the human brain learns. We didn't know this stuff 20, 30, 40 years ago, when a lot of the current generation was learning. And so everybody wants to attribute this lack of love of learning from video games or apps or other such things, and it's really not. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do... Yeah, I mean, it has to do with learning how students learn. And that's the big issue. And the school system was based on this idea that everybody can learn if they sit in a room, they don't move, and they just stare at the teacher, they'll suddenly figure it all out. And it doesn't work that way. And a lot of teachers are having, the reason that a lot of teachers were retired when we got Common Core here in the US wasn't that it was impossible to teach or really hard. It was all about the fact that they didn't like that they were no longer going to just be able to hand out worksheets and rote memorization and go on that. We're no longer looking at test scores to determine effectiveness. Teachers are actually observed by their administration, and they're looked at and they're talked to, and they're expected to work together and discuss the issues with the student process. And basically, they're now expected to figure out how to reach a broader base of students without just yammering on and expecting the students to kind of figure it out on their own. Because it really doesn't work. And so, like, the philosophy in my class, every year I put a big letter Y up above my whiteboard because that's the whole thing. You don't look to me to get the answers, you look to me to learn the techniques, and I want you to tell me the answers. So you tell me why racism is bad. You tell me why it's important we understand the inherent bad things that happened. And it creates this learning where they now want to know and find the answers, and they get to tell the teacher, and they get to look at the teacher and say, hey, look, I know this. And it creates a very almost special mentality. And then the kids start learning, and they enjoy getting to learn and getting to research. And they have fun with it. Well, see, that's where everything is kind of interconnected. There isn't a job in the world where you don't need language arts. You need to be able to read. There is no job in the world where you don't need to be able to read. And that's something that a lot of our students don't understand. They look at Twitch streamers and YouTubers and like, well, they don't need to read. Yes, yes we do. And you use more math than you think. It's just a lot of people don't
It was you that fell from the
notice
sky?
it.
I don't believe
Math
that
is
you
an
are the source
unconscious,
of the evil in this
universal
place.
language. And it's all about helping people understand it.
I remember falling.
Then who are you? Why are you here?
You actually can, because they fall under general windows. I'm an observational learner. I have to mimic what I see around me in order to figure it out. I have to observe the act. Then I have other students, and I've had them, who, for them, it's all about finding
I should bring you back to town.
a quiet
Kane will
place
know
and
what to
talking
do
to
with you.
themselves. And I have another one who he learned by watching videos and copying down what they did, same way I do. And so it's all about finding how each student learns and giving them the opportunity to use it. No, but see, we don't note each student's individual learning. We note what works for them.
I have traveled far, only to find that the fallen star was a man. Who is he? Why has he come? He recalls nothing. But Kane may have the answers.
It's like learning disabilities. Each flavor is different. And with the way that grades are set up in California, particularly in the school district I work in, it actually is extremely easy to get to take the time. But it isn't just about getting them a basic education. It's about giving them the skills for the 21st century. And that's where a lot of people seem to lose the concept of how education works. It's not just basic. You're giving people 21st century skills. And these skills are what they need. Everybody needs to know how to do basic research.
No man could survive such a thing. Who are you? What are you?
A warrior, I think. I came bearing grave news, but I cannot remember.
Your message might be all that can save us from impending doom.
How to function in normal, everyday society. How to use a computer. How to type on a computer. These are all things that these kids need to learn.
You remember, stranger. Every
And
detail.
essentially, that's what my job is to do. I teach them math. I teach them how it applies to the everyday life, particularly when I have students who are 10 years old and they know they want to be a doctor.
It is vital.
I'm
that we
going
find
to
those
teach them and
pieces.
make them
I believe the
understand, or at least help them come to the
sword-made
conclusion
Men are rampaging through the
that
goatness.
they need to know how to do math. They need to know how to do all these things. Because it doesn't help to not know. And that's where a lot of students reach, and that's why we have so many troubles with education. Yeah, computers are mandatory, but now you have classes where the computers are there.
As the shepherd watches over his
And we have to integrate that technology because
Can you remember
university,
anything else?
Can't go to university without a computer.
Surges of light.
Everything has to be typed. Everything has to be turned in using computers.
How do you fare now?
Students don't know how to use that. They're still using text speak. And text speak does not work in the 21st century as a professional language. And that's what we're talking about when it comes to education, is making sure kids can function not just on a interpersonal level, but
together by the Archangel
on a
Tyrael
global level.
to defeat the three prime evils, Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal. They devoted themselves.
How did you become the last?
Alright, I need to go get a snack. I will be right back. Alright, and I am back. And the whole issue with text-speech is it isn't just the issue with bringing it on there. You've got students who don't know how to text a complete sentence. They don't know what a period is. And it's not a matter of lazy parenting. We can't put it all on the parent. It's also a matter of skills that they're learning before they come to school. And so the entire point of a teacher is to teach them skills they can use as functioning people.
Tyrael is the angel of justice. He has been helping mankind for generations, though he is forbidden to do so in any direct manner. Long ago, the high heavens and the burning hells made a pact as a result of the Sin War that they would not interfere in our world.
But the demons have obviously broken this pact. Why can Tyrael not involve himself directly?
The Angiras Council, the archangels that lead heaven.
Now, an example of lazy parenting is expecting teachers to teach children how to do stuff like change the
spreading their corruption upon it.
And do their taxes and apply for a job.
It would alert the
That's something parents
to the
need to do.
demons' activities here and imperil us all.
Still screaming?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a bite?
No. Hungry.
She's mean. I want a bite.
No.
I want a bite.
No.
I want a bite.
Go away.
If there's a sword here, we will find it.
Some time ago, I revealed that the Khazra, or Goatmen, were originally humans until the Viserai corrupted them. For many years, these creatures were simple and lethargic. These days have ended. Khazra attacks are widely reported, and the number of fatalities is higher than anything in my records. I have heard the most ridiculous tales about travelers being ambushed by vicious trees. It is too much. Despite their names, the wood wraiths are not plants, but fully mobile beasts who have taken on the guise of foliage to ensnare their prey. Only a simpleton could be fooled by such a trick.
Shoot.
In the eastern kingdom of Khezestan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were most reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission.
Hey, bug. Hey, sweetie.
Need more time. I'm just warming up.
The ultimate nightmare for teachers is admin who don't care, and parents who think school is nothing but glorified babysitters. Because we are not. And that drives me nuts.
Stronger within.
Still waiting. Not ready yet. I must wait longer. Still waiting. Not ready yet.
Forgot how big this area was. Stupid frog.
Not ready yet.
Now the funny thing is text speech is really good for certain things, but it should never be done in a professional atmosphere or in any way that can impact your life as a career. But some people don't seem to grasp that concept.
Still waiting. Not ready yet.
I'm like it's alive. Not anymore. There's a lake.
Need more time.
How interesting. There's a lake.
Not ready yet.
Weird.
What skill should I master?
Onslaught.
I would have chosen the same.
We'll go with charge.
That's a familiar glow. The piece of the sword I'm looking for must be in this cave.
Found the den, but we're going to clear everything else out first. Mostly because I'm
still waiting.
Very greedy. Eat it. Eat it. Get yourself a plate and eat it.
Need more time.
Eat it. Eat it. Get yourself an egg and eat it.
Still waiting.
Eat my magical wrath.
Need more time. One must be brave to live out here.
Impressive. You braved the Khosra to come see my wares?
What do we got?
Thank you for helping me fight the darkness. To contend with evil is the essence of what it means to be a Templar.
There is so much more in this universe. Not ready yet. Need more time. Not ready yet. Still waiting.
There's a Moon Clan warrior getting on my nerves. Stop killing people. Back to being lonely old goat men.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Man, this thing is huge. I don't remember this area being this big before.
Still waiting.
Fine. I went and had a snack.
Not ready yet.
Oh. So the interesting thing is the parents seem to have this conception that my job is to be their government-paid babysitter. So I called in with a problem. Let's say Timmy's having trouble keeping his hands to himself. Apparently, it's my job to discipline Timmy. And when Timmy goes home, Mom and Dad aren't going to talk to him about keeping his hands to himself. And that's not how it works. You have to be a partner in your child's education. You can't just be a bystander. You have to be involved, working or not, even if it's just talking to them about issues they may be having at school. You know, hey, Timmy, we don't put our hands on other people. We don't sit there and smack people because we don't like what they say. Things like that, because that's a huge issue we have these days, is a lot of parents don't want to discipline their children for what they do at school, when a lot of the issues we have with what they're doing at school is an issue at home as well.
Not ready yet. Need more time.
And welcome back. But see, I'm not even talking about discipline. I'm talking about just showing them how to be a human being. You don't have to discipline your child with, say, corporal punishment or anything like that. Just show your child how to be a decent human being. You know? Don't be that jerk who ends up being written on, say, Tales from Retail on Reddit because you're rude and you talk down to employees. Or Tales from the restaurant for the same thing. Because, honestly, that's what kids need to know. They need to know how to be human beings. They need to know how to behave with each other and treat each other like human beings. Now, see, children who are exposed to violence early on in age are more likely to become violent themselves. I'm not saying spank your child. Discipline doesn't need to be physical or corporal. Discipline can be anything from they don't get their electronics until they've done so many chores around the house. Or, you know, video games are only for the hour after school. It's a matter of showing your students, your children. Yeah, a negative result. And a lot of parents don't know how to do that. And that's the issue. They want to be their child's best friend, and it's not your job as the parent to be the child's best friend. It's your job to teach them how to be a freaking human being. I can't tell you how many people I've met, and I'm not talking children, I'm talking adults, who have this sense
see me now.
that nothing's ever their fault. And
Still waiting.
It's never going to be any different. Nothing's ever their fault. And that's the huge issue. Is the it's not mine mentality or theory, if you will, of, well, it's not my problem. And that makes this huge issue because it is. It's everybody's problem. Talking down about education, educational excellence, things like that.
Still waiting.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, when I was growing up, I didn't get spanked. My punishment was I had to go sit in the living room without my books, without any of my crafting goodies, and watch TV and interact and play board games with my family. That was my consequence.
Not ready yet.
It wasn't having to be grounded because I liked being in my room. It was all about finding something that would make me miserable. And that's what a lot of parents don't want to do anymore. They don't want to be the bad guy. And you have to be the bad guy.
Still waiting.
You know? It's about being the bad guy in a way that works productively for your children.
Need more time.
And so doing something like taking away a charging cable for their phone, or, you know, taking away the controllers for their game systems. You don't have to ground them. You just have to make them have to find something else to do that they don't want to do. And I'm not saying make them read or even write lines, because that crap doesn't work. But something that they don't normally want to do is always the most effective consequence. Hey, look, a chicken!
Still waiting.
Dead chicken. in my classroom, the ultimate consequence before going up to the office is you get to call your parent and tell them exactly why you're in trouble. I don't call your parent, you call your parent. Because if you call your parent and tell them you're acting a fool, then you get to deal with their crankiness. And that stops many a student because they do not want to have to tell their parents, yes, I'm being a goober. And then rewards that I do are anything from if a student's doing extremely well and they have a really high class dojo point level, I'll let them have an early time they can finish up whatever they're doing and they can get on a video game. You know? Or I had several students who were extremely artistic. They would be able to take the art supplies out of the storage cabinet and get to spend time doing the art that they like to do. You know,
Not ready yet.
And that was the most awesome thing for them. They got to do art. And I have stacks and stacks and stacks of their artwork because they wanted to give it to me. And that's something that works. I can't tell you how many times I got to send home or send out a letter about how amazing somebody's student was, and I'd have the parents call.
A dark coven has formed in Tristram. Kill her.
That they were terrified that I had sent home something
that the
bad.
high-level cleric of the Zakarum, named Akan, began to sense the corruption that was eating away.
We must hurry with the ritual. Magda will be here soon. It is turning.
Still waiting. This sword piece glows with the stranger's magic.
Who are you to take what is mine?
Yours?
The bestial hellions are demons that can be summoned from the burning hells with the aid of foul sorcery. They are given to chasing down their foes and attacking them with savage fangs.
Very well. Let the games begin.
Need more time.
Let's kill us some
Well
evil
fought,
cultists.
but you will never possess the next piece. It has fallen where only the ancients may tread.
She is more devious than she appears.
That's because Magda's a demoness. Let's see. Whee! Let's go. Yep. Hey, sleepyhead.
I am returning to town.
And isn't just the children see their parents as God?
We are not the only ones seeking the sword. I had to take the
Majority of times children are acting out in order to see,
crazed minions.
in order to garner
Sound like
respect
those dark cultists you told me about.
from their fellow students.
Very good, Leah.
Which
You
tends to be
have
the
been
issue.
Paying attention. Stranger, does any of this jar your memory?
I have no memory of this coven, but I sense a far darker shadow guiding its hand.
All right.
Magda taunted me, claiming to know where the next piece is. She said it fell where only ancients may tread.
That makes me think of the drowned temple near the festering woods. I remember you telling me about it, Uncle.
Exactly, Leah. The temple was home to the Nephilim. Leah, your knowledge could be invaluable. You must go and help our friend retrieve the sword piece.
The Nephilim were ancient humans with fantastic powers. Legend holds that they waged a terrible battle near the temple, and that their ghosts still war with one another.
Interesting.
Magda's Coven is a remnant of an ancient religion called the Triune that worshipped the Primevals as gods.
But the Primevals died 20 years ago. Who does the Coven worship now?
The last two evils, Asmodan and Belial, remain. And if either of them are behind this coven, then our troubles are only beginning.
Lovely.
This fragment seems very old, and very powerful.
Indeed, it feels familiar to me, though the rest is still unclear.
Your sword would seem to mark you as a great champion.
If that is what I am, then my strength has gone with my memory.
Perhaps when the sword is complete, it will restore both.
With the dead squared away and Kane back in town, I hope things won't be so bad around here.
All right, let's go to the Drowned Temple. Well, we're gonna go my way. I have a feeling I know where we're going. That old mill.
These fields used to be so beautiful. Uncle Deckard told me stories of them when I was a little girl.
Yep. We're going up to the old mill.
You there! Please help! They're going to kill my friend!
You got it.
Thieves are going to kill my friend if we don't do something. Help me break these bonds and see for yourself!
What do they want with your friend?
She's just a farmer's daughter, Sasha, but she has a relic that the thieves are after.
He's deserted you. Just give it over.
My sweet love will save me. Release the girl. The relic belongs to her.
You actually believe what this scoundrel tells you? Fine, you fools. We'll kill the both of you.
Not today, monster. Not ready yet.
Health potions.
You won't get away from us this time. This isn't over. The rest of the Thieves Guild will find you.
Sure. Have fun.
Here's the relic, my love. I hid it like you asked. Father's grown suspicious of us, but that won't matter once we're married. It won't be long, right?
Of course, my dear. Soon we will settle down to a quiet life of tilling the fields and raising children. But first, I have to sell this relic. Alas, I must travel away with my friend here to do so.
You're coming with me?
Yes, yes! You look like you know a lot about markets. Now, lead the way. Wait, the relic is a fake! Gods, I should have known! You seem like you could use a helping hand, and I sure as hell don't want to stay around here.
Please tell me that you're not considering this criminal's proposal.
I may not be considering the proposal.
Ah, there you are.
What of your betrothed?
Betrothed? Do I look like the marrying kind to you? By the way, my name is Lyndon. I've been waiting for this. Ooh, this will be fun. Oh, I do that extremely well.
When this is over,
Where are you from?
Kingsport, the city by the sea, home to the great merchant fleets and endless nets of reeking fish.
And your trade?
I am between jobs at the moment.
You've never done an honest day's work in your life, have you?
Nonsense. I am the most honest thief you will ever meet.
Janky your face.
What the tomes say of Alaric and this temple is not encouraging. You must be Alaric the Guardian. Uncle Deckard told me of your eternal watch over this cursed place. I thought it was a myth.
Are you Nephilim?
No. There have been no Nephilim for a millennium.
Yet another myth. You seek entrance to this temple, but only a Nephilim can enter. If you retrieve the keys from the outlying tombs and use them on the gates, we will see who and what you truly are. Follow me. I will raise the bridge that you may pass. Seek 2 tombs in the woods beyond. The Warrior's Rest and the Crypt of the Ancients. Within them reside the keys to our sacred temple.
I don't care for these woods. Must we slog through them?
Yes.
Need more time.
No, you don't. These alone.
Not ready yet.
Eat my wand of death and doom.
Still waiting.
Repel!
Not ready yet. Need more time.
Lurk. Lurk. Boink. I think I might be a little OP.
Uncle Deckard called these flying creatures death with wings.
Blowing crap up 'cause I can. Blowing crap
I spent years
up
exploring
'cause I
places like this with
can.
Uncle Deckard. This brings back memories.
There are so many places that we could explore together, Leah.
That's not exploration. It's a rescue mission.
Still waiting.
Where do these creatures even come from?
Need more time.
Tell me about this inn you want to open. The world is so dangerous. Everybody needs a quiet, safe place to rest and recover. A way station on their journeys.
Not ready
You
yet.
must make your own safety. And I will.
Whee! Round and round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows.
Still waiting.
And he's gonna blow. He's gonna blow. Meow. Beep. Beep. Beep.
If my old masters could see me now.
Diamond skin. Slow time. Crystal shell. Frost nova. Slow time. Ice armor. Alrighty then. Here we go.
Not ready yet.
Teleport.
They won't get us. Didn't see that coming, did you? Still waiting. Need more time.
Boop, 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 boop.
Leah,
You seem like too normal a girl to be caught up in such madness.
Do you think I'm not holding my own?
I think he meant it as a compliment.
Oh.
Okay.
This is amazing. It reminds me of being a child and searching for lost artifacts with Uncle Deckard.
Such a relief that you're all grown up now.
At least one of us is.
I want everybody to taste my lightning. Oh, all my friends are dead. All my friends are dead.
I can have that when you're done with it, right?
Such a worm.
Not ready yet. Still waiting.
I never doubted us for a moment.
Not ready yet. How does that feel?
We were so sure we could beat whatever traps the ancients had laid for tomb robbers. But the dead bodies of my friends testify to the folly of our arrogance. I will be dead soon as well. Our greed was our downfall.
Bark, 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 bark. All right.
Need more time. This is interesting. I am so good. I astound myself.
Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Ooh. What are you?
Alaric says that our people can survive the coming battle, but I saw the truth in his eyes. Why did he order me to guard the beacon of honor? Those shambling things are slaughtering my people in the forest above, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
Still waiting.
Suits me.
This looks dangerous. You remove that artifact, then hand it to me for safekeeping.
Okay. Let's go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Doom, doom, doom. We can't move much faster. Because we are stuck in our own doom. Doomy, 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 doom, doom, doom. Doomy, 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 doom, da 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 doom. doom a doom a doom a doom da doom. Whee! Place. And place.
The temple is open. Enter and defeat the guardians within. Although they are my brothers, they will seek your death when you enter.
Look at this architecture. This predates the Sin War.
I can teach you more about sin.
Please don't.
It's like a ledge.
Not ready yet.
I mean, he's useful. God, he's a ledge.
None may enter the inner sanctum. Rise, my brothers. Rise and do battle.
We won.
Oh, we didn't.
Need more time. Not ready yet.
Your strength rivals that of our greatest champions. What now do you think you are? You may enter our most sacred place.
The noble hero fought her way here just to die. Magda. And who is this you bring with you? Adria's daughter? She has power within her. No matter. Your mother will soon share your fate, little one. The shard is mine. Fill this temple with their blood!
What did she mean my mother will share my fate? Could my mother be alive after all these years?
She wants to torment you. Don't listen to her.
This fight was too easy. She's toying with us.
The world storm has been changed. Our children are born weak and suffer short lives. The demon Nereza promised to restore their power, but instead turned them into misshapen creatures and sent them to war against us. We may die, but not before she is sent back to the burning hells.
I miss Caldeum.
What do you miss about it?
It's such an open and beautiful city. It thrives on trade and new ideas. There was always something new and exciting to hear or see.
What? GG, my buddy. GG. Excellent job. Excellent job. Oot. Please don't tell me he's gonna be stupid. Interesting. One. Okay.
How does one become a Templar anyway? Were you born to the Order?
No. Our scripture says, as a farmer reaps his wheat, so must the Order harvest and purify the weeds.
That seems a little unfair. You are not a weed.
You speak out of kindness, but you do not understand. When they took me, they saved my life and my immortal soul.
You told me that your order saved your soul by recruiting you. What are these sins that haunt you?
I cannot tell you.
No good comes from ignoring your past. You should seek knowledge, not hide from it.
You misunderstand me. We are literally unable to recall our pasts. The Inquisitors stripped my sins and the memory of them from me, leaving me pure.
Now that's not creepy as all get out.
I lived in Caldeum not too long ago. You said you were there with your father?
Yes, he was a diplomat. We had a manor with servants, terraces, all of that. Everything changed when the trouble started. Somehow, rumors spread that my grandfather was responsible for the king's madness. My father's work fell apart. No one would speak to him. He kept believing it would blow over, though.
Did it?
No. I'd rather not talk about it now, if you don't mind. I've work to see to.
Alright. Salvage. Highest usable. You know what, we're gonna train one more time. Ooh, we'll make you a Templar relic. Oh, don't have enough. Nope. Thank you. Higher.
It is good to fight with you again.
And inventory will give you these.
I will use this.
Now we go up here. Need to talk to Mr. Keen.
The World Stone was an ancient artifact of immense power. It was used not only to create our world, but also to control mankind. The original humans were known as the Nephilim, and their power was such that it was feared they would tip the balance in the eternal conflict between the high heavens and the burning hells. So the World Stone was tuned to lessen our powers, turning mankind into what we are today. But now that it has been destroyed, it is conceivable that the powers of the Nephilim will reappear.
Interesting.
Tyrael was forced to destroy the World Stone when Baal, the Lord of Destruction, corrupted it in his attempt to control all of mankind.
The World Stone's destruction must have unleashed incredible energies.
It obliterated Mount Arreat, the mountain that housed it, leaving only a smoking crater in its place. And nothing has been heard from Tyrael since.
I heard that you took Leah on your searches for ancient artifacts and tomes. Wasn't that dangerous?
Not as dangerous as you might think. There was a calm about the world then. Most people paid no mind to an old man and young girl, weaponless and penniless, crossing their lands.
Nowadays, that would be considered creepy.
Uncle Deckard and I traveled all over the world in my youth, looking for lost lore and artifacts. It was so exciting, crawling around ancient temples, digging through forgotten crypts. I feel fortunate that Uncle Deckard raised me the way he did, the things I learned from him. But now I don't know. I see what his obsession with his quest has cost him, has cost us. The Drowned Temple was once known as the Sarsium Emporis. It was the most sacred of their temples, a site where legend claims angels would come to impart their wisdom to the Nephilim.
We were only a step ahead of Magda. But now we have the